Hey every pony. So this time I am revisiting an old versus new I did a year ago or so. Um, I heard they were gonna re-release some of the MLP G1 plushies, and I got a couple today at Toys R Us. Oh, and for those around the world, there is still Toys R Us in Canada, if you guys are wondering. So yeah, I was at Toys R Us today, and I got Moon Dancer and Firefly. But since I already have two different plush toys of Firefly, now I got three, and I thought I should compare all three this time. I will leave a link to the original video in the description of this one, so you can watch that if you like. And some of the stuff I say here, I might repeat from the last video, but that's just how it is, because I can't remember everything and I need to rewatch that and everything, but whatever. So let's just compare all three of these. So yeah, I got the original one from the 80s, the one I bought today, this kind of like this re-release almost, and then there's the G4 Rainbow Dash repaint, which I got at a convention. And I got the old one at a convention too. Yes, I remember. And yeah, so let's get to it. So yeah, with the original, it really didn't age well because her mouth is open, her eye is scratched. The eye is plastic, while these have stitched eyes. And I think with a lot of plush toys, they should have the eyes stitched instead of plastic, because the paint can scrape off. And speaking of the eyes, they got the eye color wrong. She's supposed to have purple eyes, but here they gave her blue eyes. All the other toys have purple eyes. I think I think in the original toy, her eyes are kind of a very light shade of purple that can almost be mistaken for blue, almost. But her eyes are purple. Yeah, and she is not a very soft plush. I think there might be plastic in her or something. This is definitely display only and play only. The fur is a little dirty, but yeah, at least the hair is still good. The cutie mark still good. The wings are pretty good too. And overall, it's a good plushie, but it really hasn't aged well. It's almost kind of creepy looking if you look at it this way. Very creepy looking, and the eyes are scratched out almost. So yeah, that just comes with age. See the bottom. There's no description or anything in the bottom. So okay, and let's see. And then, or we'll just jump to this one, just to get it over and done with. So this is the G4 one, a repaint of Rainbow Dash, but still a pretty good plush toy. She looks amazing. And one thing all these have in common is their cutie marks are double-sided. I know they're not supposed to be double-sided in the show or anything, but with the toys, I'm glad they do that. For most of the toys, for most of the harder toys, they don't do that, but for the plush toys, they did. And I wish they would double-side the cutie marks, because that makes it easier to pose which way you want them to pose, so their cutie mark is always showing. So yeah, that's what I think they should do with all MLP toys. Double side the cutie marks. Okay. But yeah, this is a pretty good plush toy, and there's actually metal wiring in the wings, so you can bend them however you like, whatever pose you like, which I think that's pretty cool. None of the other ones here have any metal in the wings. But yeah, this is just an overall really cool plush toy. I do recommend this. And now there is the newest one, which is a pretty good recreation. The face does not look creepy. I think the mouth could use a little work. They could have made the mouth stick out. The eyes look just like the original toy. Cutie mark. The hair is great. It's actually even longer than the original one, which is great. And the cutie mark is bigger on this one. I think this one has pretty much the biggest cutie mark. Yeah, the biggest cutie mark. But there is one downfall with this toy, which is kind of unfortunate, is the wings. These wings are smaller than the original. They're smaller than the Rainbow Dash repaint. And they're made of this material. I see this material on like bags and stuff at Claire's and such that my niece used to have. That's what it reminds me of. These are very dinky wings. The wings could have been bigger. They could have been. They could have been. They should have been the same fuzzy material as the body. And speaking of the fuzz here is actually pretty good. It's a lot less. It's not as rough as the old one, but the old one could have been thrown in the wash and stuff like that in the past. Yeah. So yeah. And that's it. The bottom. I love how there is 40 years anniversary with the rainbow right there. I think that's awesome. And oh, I forgot to mention the tag. Oops. Flick that hair at the back. Okay, here's the tag. My Little Pony 40 years. And yeah, there's Moon Dancer and Glory. They didn't have Glory at my Toys R Us. But yeah, Bring Us All Home. I think that's a pretty cool tag, and I'm definitely keeping the tag on. I think but the original obviously doesn't have the tag anymore. But and this one, I guess not. This one doesn't have a tag neither. I thought it had a tag. I hope it didn't come off, but I don't see the plastic bit that holds the tags. So I don't know. So out of all three of these, which one do I think is the best? That's a hard question, because all three of these have their ups and downs. Like with the original, it didn't age well. It looks creepy a bit, and it's very hard. Like, this is not something a kid can like cuddle up with in bed, because I know how kids like to cuddle with plush toys in bed. Well, not all kids, but you know what I mean. And but this one is very soft. And this one can easily be cuddled with and such, but the wings just suck. Kind of, yeah. I don't know. It could have had better wings, but overall, this is still very cute. And I do recommend this one too. And then there's this one who's obviously just a Rainbow Dash repaint. And there's actually a little bit holding the hair. I've seen the plush toys with there's a string that holds the hair here with those broken off. But yeah. So it depends what you're really looking for. If you want, if you're like a hardcore collector like me, then I highly recommend you try and find the original one in the best condition you can find it in, even if there is some flaws like the eye color and such, which I guess you can easily repaint it, but I prefer to keep it the original way it is, even if it doesn't match the way it should be, just so people can see the mistakes of the past. Yeah. Oh, and there's a little string here. Totally forgot to mention that. But yeah. But if you're a G1 fan and you want a cheaper alternative, a good recreation, and you don't mind the wings, I highly recommend you get this one. This one's brand new, just came out not too long ago. You can find these at Toys R Us. Maybe Target has it. We don't have Target in Canada anymore. Maybe. You can easily get it on Amazon or eBay. But this is a perfect one if you're a G1 fan, but you don't want to go on a massive hunt for the original. You just want to settle this one. This is perfect choice. And then if you're like a G4 fan, you're exclusively G4, but you kind of like some of the G1 ponies like Firefly and Surprise, but you don't like the original designs. You just like the pink Rainbow Dash and Pinkie Pie, like repaint versions of them. I highly recommend you get this one if you're a hardcore G4 fan like me. But yeah. And this one's still very adorable. You can put her right next to Rainbow Dash, and it'll look great. So, who's the winner here? Personally, I'm gonna pick the middle one. I think the middle one is a great recreation of the original, and still cute, still cuddly, and great for anyone who wants a cheaper alternative to a G1 plushie. And it is a great throwback. So, okay. So, the winner, you can leave in the comments which one of these three you like the best. And don't forget to subscribe and like this video. So, yeah, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.